Welcome to Blue Store with Ifya Blue.
Today we are going to talk about pleas. If you are charged with a crime in court, what are some of the pleas you can take? Firstly, you should know that there are 3 kinds of pleas that you can take. Guilty, not guilty, guilty with explanation. Technically, only 2 of them can be entered, guilty and not guilty. You hear that someone has been arrested and right after say a chain on you're charging on yes walk court to say or you're guilty. Court are convicting, court a buane for. So the person is awaiting sentencing. And you don't get it because some people go to court and they take years to be convicted. But someone will go to court and on the same day they convict the person. Why do these things happen? What's the rationale behind them? Today I'm going to explain them to you. They take you to court and you are charged with an offense. You plead guilty. What's the implication? The implication of a guilty plea is that you are telling the court you did it. So the court shouldn't waste its time to go to trial. What a trial is to a lay person is different from what a trial is in the justice system. A trial is when a witness is put into a box, the witness's testimony is taken, and the other lawyer, the lawyer on the other side, cross-examines the witness. After that, if the person's lawyer has to re-examine him, they will do it. The case here is that if you plead guilty, there is no need for a trial to happen. So once you plead guilty, the court sentences you on your plea. Once you plead guilty, the court convicts you on your plea. You may either be sentenced on that day or a date might be given for your sentencing. What happens when you plead not guilty? When you plead not guilty, it's you telling the court that I have a defense. There's a reason why what happened. I didn't do it. Or if I did it, there's a reason why I did it. I have a legal justification for it. So in this case, the court will tell the prosecution that you have to present the documents you are going to rely on and the witnesses you are going to rely on, and let's go to trial. Now, the prosecution will call its witnesses one by one. And you, the accused person, your lawyer or yourself, will cross-examine the witnesses one by one. After all the prosecution witnesses are done giving their testimonies, the prosecution will close its case. At that stage, if you, the defense, you feel like, they couldn't prove their case beyond reasonable doubt, and there is no reason why this case should go on, your lawyers will file a submission of no case to answer. After filing this, if the court upholds it, then you are acquitted and discharged. If the court says no, the prosecution has established a case for you to answer. So please, I will not dismiss this case now. Open your defense, call your witnesses, tender all your evidence, and after that, I'll give a judgment. Then that's exactly what you do. You call your witnesses one by one, and then the prosecution will also cross-examine your witnesses one by one. After all this is done, you close your case to your defense. The judge will then ask you guys to file written submissions, written addresses. So you address the court, give all the case laws, explain why the person is guilty. Defense counsel also write the address and explain why the person is not guilty. After this, a date is given and judgment is given. You see this procedure I've described, it takes a long time in this country. If someone pleads not guilty, the case goes on for a while. That's why the criminal justice system in this country is a bit slow, but eventually a judgment will be given. And that is why people who plead not guilty take a long time in the system before a judgment is given. Now the last one is guilty with explanation. Here, guilty with explanation, basically you are telling the court that I did it, but there's a reason why I did it. After the court analyzes the reason you give, the court can say that no, this reason you are giving is a defense. So I'm not going to enter guilty for you. I'm going to enter not guilty. The court is obliged to do that because sometimes lay people don't know that some reason for committing crimes constitute a defense for them in court. So for example, someone will say that, someone slapped me, I slapped him back, he fainted and died, right? And then they charge you in court and you say, oh yes, I'm guilty. I'm guilty because he deserved it. With that, there is no defense. You are not telling the court that you had a proper defense in law. But if you say, The way he slapped you, it looked like he was coming to slap you again. And in fear for your safety, you slapped him back just to stop him from slapping you, and he died. With this, you are telling the court that you have a defense, and this is the defense of self, like self-defense, right? So if a judge hears this explanation, the judge is obliged to enter a not guilty plea for you. After entering the not guilty plea, the procedure I talked about for not guilty comes to play. And that's what happens when you plead guilty with explanation. Even if you don't have a lawyer, please, if you didn't do it, plead not guilty. Give yourself some time, give your family some time to gather some money to get you a lawyer. Some people say, oh, I don't have money, so I'm just going to plead guilty. The moment you plead guilty, you are convicted that day. It's after you are convicted, sentenced, and then you start serving your jail term that you now start looking for lawyers to appeal for you. Please don't let it get to that point. If you didn't do it, don't go and plead guilty because you don't have a lawyer. Plead not guilty. You there, let them give you time. Let them give you time to come to court and explain yourself. You might even be acquitted and discharged. You will never know. So please don't go and plead guilty if you didn't do it. I hope you've learned a thing or two today, and I'll see you in my next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Let someone learn something. Thank you.